I think the biggest enemy of success isn't fear, failure, bad advice, or lack of money. It's much simpler than that. Your only limit is you. That might seem like a really simple statement, but the more I've thought about it, the more I've realized how true it is. So in this video, I want to talk about 3 reasons why your only limit is you. Let's get into it. The first reason why your only limit is you is because you have so many limits. And I don't mean limits in the sense of boundaries or what you will and won't tolerate. I mean limits in the sense of thresholds or boundaries that stop you from doing something. For example, let's say you wanted to become an influencer and you were looking at starting a YouTube channel. One of your limits could be that you don't have any experience making videos or talking on camera. Or maybe one of your limits is that you don't have the right equipment. Maybe you feel like you need a huge budget to hire people, rent out studios and buy all the best gear. Or maybe you feel like your current job doesn't leave you with enough time in the evenings to work on a side project like a YouTube channel. But here's the thing. Every single one of these are things that can be overcome. You can learn how to make videos. You can buy entry-level gear and gradually upgrade it as you grow. And you can find pockets of time in your day to work on your side hustle. Now, there are obviously some legitimate limits that we can't overcome, but when it comes to most things in life, if you really want to do it, there is a way. The second reason why your only limit is you is because you set limits for yourself. When you're trying to accomplish something big or achieve a major goal, it's easy to start setting limits for yourself before you even try. This could look like saying things to yourself like, "I'm not good enough," or "I don't know enough," or "I've never done this before." What I've noticed is that these types of statements are usually not true, at least not completely. There's almost always some truth behind them, but that truth is usually mixed with a bunch of opinions and beliefs that you hold to be true. For example, let's say you wanted to start a personal training business. One of the limits you could set for yourself is, "I don't know enough about exercise and nutrition to help other people." Well, it's true that you're not an expert on exercise and nutrition just yet, but that doesn't mean that you don't know anything. You probably know a lot more than you think. And even if you didn't, there's no reason to believe that you couldn't learn those things pretty quickly. If you really wanted to be a personal trainer, I would guess that you could probably figure out the essentials of exercise and nutrition pretty quickly by reading books and taking online courses. What you really mean when you say, "I don't know enough," is I don't know everything, and I don't feel comfortable sharing what I know. And that's not a very helpful limit to set for yourself. The truth is, everyone starts somewhere, and no one is an expert when they first start out. Everyone has to start at the beginning and learn as they go. And if you're lucky, you'll have some mentors along the way who can guide you and help you avoid some of the pitfalls that come with trial and error. So instead of focusing on the things you don't know, focus on the things you do know. Be honest with yourself about where your skills lie and where your weaknesses are. And then put systems in place to help you improve your weaknesses and share what you already know. And the third reason why your only limit is you is because you blame yourself. Now, this one is kind of similar to the second point, but it's a little different. Blaming yourself is a common way to cope with failure or disappointment. You see, when you set out to accomplish something, you probably expect to succeed. If you want to lose weight, you expect to lose weight. If you want to make more money, you expect to make more money. If you want to start a successful YouTube channel, you expect to become a famous YouTuber with millions of subscribers. But sometimes things don't turn out the way you expected. Sometimes you fail or fall short of your expectations. And when that happens, you have to figure out what to blame. Most people tend to blame outside factors like bad luck, other people, or circumstances beyond their control. But sometimes the only thing you can blame is yourself. When you set unrealistic expectations for yourself, or you don't put in the required effort, or you don't learn from your mistakes, sometimes you only have yourself to blame. This doesn't mean you shouldn't hold yourself accountable. It just means that sometimes when things don't go your way, you shouldn't blame yourself. Instead, try to figure out what went wrong, what you could have done differently, and how you can apply those lessons to your next attempt. So those are the 3 reasons why I believe your only limit is you. You have so many limits. You set limits for yourself and you blame yourself. And I know all of these things are easier said than done. Changing the way you think and changing your habits takes time and effort. But I hope that this video has helped you to recognize that the majority of the obstacles standing between you and your goals are mental, not physical or practical. With that being said, if you enjoyed this video, please leave us a like. And as always, thank you for watching.